Hello and welcome to my very first Teamfight Tactics video. Last set I peaked just below Diamond 1 and I have been playing a lot more recently and been playing on the PBE for about a week now pretty intensively, and I'm going to be trying for Master next set. So this set, and I'm going to make a video about what I think is good, because I've been playing a lot on the patch and I think I have a fairly good perspective of what it takes to win a game. Obviously one of the main changes is the Chosen mechanic. You can see the Chosen Italy with the Sharpshooter trait in my store. I'm not going to be picking that up. I'll be picking up a pair of Elises instead. So the way that the Chosen mechanic works is that the Chosen champion, whatever trait is chosen, you can see it's Sharpshooter in this case, is doubly counted. So if I were to place the Nidalian, she would single-handedly complete the buff for Sharpshooter at its first level, which requires 2 champions. I did not pick her up because I am kind of waiting on a better Chosen, because I don't feel she's particularly strong. Here I happen across a perfect champion for me. Tahm Kench. I level up so I can play 4. I play him and Katarina for Fortune. Katarina, Vi, and Jarvan 4 also give me Warlords. Tahm Kench level 2 takes 25 reduced damage from all sources, so I slam an Ionic Spark on him because I know he'll be the last frog standing in almost every fight. And my Warlords get to work. The Katarina is a 3 cost and is particularly strong. I was really lucky to get her from an orb, and also get the Chosen Tahm Kench with the Fortune. Fortune is a bit like Space Pirates. It gives you extra gold for each win, and if you're on a loss streak, it just accumulates until you win. It can get you in trouble if you go for this and it ends up just being weak and you lose streak until you get knocked out. It's possible to greed with this, although the mechanic seems more reliable in general, in the sense that you get gold more consistently. You don't have to be winning fights, whereas with Space Pirates, if you're losing, you're just in trouble. You don't ever get the reward that you would get with the lose streak mechanic with this one. So the way Warlords works is it's a bit like Cybernetics, although the buff stacks up for each victorious combat the Warlords have been in. So it's actually very good for me to play an aggressive Warlord start. Here's the carousel. I come out very late and pick up a glove because it's a flexible offensive item that I can make into a lot of things. I don't really know what I'm playing yet. Well, I mean, I do now, but at the time of the video, of course, I had no idea what I was going to go. It definitely seemed like Warlords, but there's a lot of carries you can play in the comp. Because it's like Cyber, I mean, Xin Chao, Katarina, and even J4 can do some pretty significant damage, as well as Azir if you get the 5-cost Warlord. I have leveled up to 5 here, and I'm just playing super aggressive because I feel I have a strong enough board to dominate the lobby and win streak and collect that extra gold from Fortune each round, and I just feel like it's completely worth it for me, and generally the best way to win the game is to win the fights. You might notice I haven't changed my comp up much from the first round. That's because I got very lucky with the champions I got into 1, and also because I like to try to mess around with my Fortune in these Krug rounds. You can see I sold the Tahm Kench here despite me really enjoying that Fortune buff, because a 1-cost Chosen is just not going to cut it for the mid-game. So I'm going to have to see what I can roll here. I wonder if I'll get lucky. Maybe like a Katarina or something with Chosen Warlord that would fit perfectly into this comp. I wonder if that'll happen. It will happen, and I will be playing 6 Warlords next round. It is incredibly strong, especially because I already have 3 of my Warlords stacked. When I increase the buff, it will double the AD and AP values, as well as the armor and the magic resist, going from 15 to 30, and the AD and the spell bonus 5 to 10 for each stack, and it can stack up to 5 times. So, for example, my Katarina has 5 stacks already. She has an Infinity Edge, and she's just doing work. I'm actually kind of wasting the Infinity Edge on her, but I will explain in a second why I stuck IE on an AP champ. So essentially the assassins, as you can see I picked up Assassin for her, have an inherent trait to them, which is when the buff is activated. They're kind of like the infiltrators of this set. When the buff is activated, they can crit on their spells. So having 100% crit chance also just makes that Katarina crit every time she ults, and that does tons of damage because Assassin also gives crit damage bonus, as does the Infinity Edge itself. So it ends up being a really, really good item on AP Assassins, even though it seems a bit counterintuitive at first. And you can see I've picked up the 6 Warlord buff using the Chosen Katarina, as well as 5 other Warlords, which I naturaled. So I had to donkey roll a little bit to pick up the Garen and eventually replace him with the Xin Chao. But I have had some pretty good luck this game, I want to say. You don't normally just go 8 rounds in a row without losing. But I think I show a good example of how to maintain aggressive play with my leveling. You'll see I don't stay at level 6 for too much longer. I continually level up. I try to maintain that win streak as an alternative source of income. It's very risky, but with the... Well, look at this fight. Look how good I am. That guy DC'd, so I had to BM a little bit. I had to hit him with it. Okay, I'm not gonna talk like that. I'm sorry. That's not what I am. It's too cringy. So, just gonna... As you can see, we've been absolutely demolishing these fights. We've been picking up some Warlords in the shop, doing a little bit of donkey rolling, but mostly saving to go up to 7 to keep this win streak going, because eventually we'll run into someone who's gotten lucky just like we have. But if we have more champions, just because we've abused really the income we get from this win streak, then it doesn't really matter if they have about as good a comp as us. As you can see from that Katarina on my bench, since I got the Chosen Cat, I'm well on my way to 3-starring her pretty early in the game. I have the second 2-star there, and will continue to look for just any opportunity to pick up any Warlord. Because of how well my econ is doing, I can be pretty ambitious about what I want to 3-star, because I'm able to kind of slow roll and just roll a lot more than I would in a normal game, which really allows me to just continue to build on my lead. I really played very aggressively this game, and I think that was key to winning, because you know, some games you high roll and you got to make sure you finish first place when you high roll. As much as it's important to, you know, when you low roll, try to top 6, top 4. If you can get that difference between second and first, why not? As you can see, I've stuck Akali in as my second assassin, because she has the ninja trait, which makes her, if she's the only ninja on my board, I think about 35% stronger AD and AP, and I've also given her an Infinity Edge for the same reason. Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet, but I will be putting an Infinity Edge after I pick up this new. Sell him. She ends up with an Infinity Edge, and she also becomes one of my targets to 3-star. Akali is a pretty strong champion this patch, and has a very low mana cast ability. You can see her just doing work on the backline there. The Lulu gets the knock-up, but these fights are not really close. The Katarina takes a while to ult, which is why I will end up putting mana items on her, just flat mana, because as soon as she ults, the fight's pretty much over. She's hitting very hard right now, because she's chosen, she has higher base stats, including like 30% free spell damage as well, on top of the Infinity Edge, and then a Chalice of Power that I'll be placing on her that will also give her an additional 30% AP. And remember that Warlords are a bit like Cybers. I have 6 of them here, and they're similar. You can see the 3 and the 6 are the 2 thresholds, but I have all my Warlords fully stacked, which means that they get, I think, 500 HP and just like 50 AP, 50 spell power. So in addition to the insane crit damage bonus from Assassin, Kat has all that AP and then the AP from Chosen. So she really is hitting very, very hard. We finally pick up our first 3-star of the game here, which is the Jarvan, and immediately after that, we are able to secure the Katarina 3-star. At this point, she is just, in my opinion, unstoppable, and I get a bit greedy, which is why I don't end up acing this game. I should have rolled down for the Akali in hindsight. I should have kept playing aggressive if I wanted to ace. But even that's a risk, and I can't say for sure that it would have... I could have just gotten completely low rolled anyways. What I did was probably smarter than that, actually, because it allowed me to roll for just 4 assassins after getting level 9. Here I pick up the Chalice because it has mana and gives spell power, which will both allow the Katarina to ult earlier and just, I think, do 20% more on whatever insane number she's doing already. And I just natural the Vi in the store, so I'm feeling pretty confident here. And it's not actually this round where I lose the ace. You can see I've been positioning. I don't actually show that in how I've edited the video, but I consistently try to get my assassins onto whatever their carries are just by lining them up. This is kind of difficult to predict, but if you keep track of who you've been fighting with, or just hover over the blue cross swords to indicate the wins in my case, you can check on who you've been fighting with and kind of rule out the most recent people. I'll explain that further in a later video. This is the fight where it all comes crashing down. I'm unable to position accurately on this fight, and my assassins are killed by that monstrous Aphelios that isn't even level 4 yet. I'm not sure if he actually ever hits level 4. I don't think so. So at this point I'm feeling sad because I've completely missed my opportunity to ace. I spend my gold just to level up. I hit this 3-star Akali, but she and the other two costs on my bench are not able to merge because the fight starts. And, it doesn't even bother me that I lost this fight because, I don't even have my ace. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to first place anyways. It is sad to see Nidalee just doing her best. If I were a better player, I would have replaced her with Azir at some point. I'm not sure if I never came past my rolls. I was just rolling in such a hurry, and I'm not really used to rolling in this set. I probably missed him a couple times, just because of how much I rolled this game. But at this point I have the 3-star Akali on the field, who has the Assassin and the Ninja bonus, as well as the IE. The Katarina's in there too. The Akali's good because she starts doing significant damage a lot earlier. The Katarina has to get up to 90 mana. But we go into the next round with 4 assassins for the first time, which increases the crit damage of all the assassins as well as the crit chance of all the assassins. Talon and Pike, both of their spells can crit too. Although Talon's spell I think is an auto attack enhancer, so it cannot. But it does scale with AP. Here I BM a little bit, I say no carousel, because I'm going to knock both of them out because I hit 3-star Akali and 4 assassins, and they barely beat me when they were able to beat me. Throw the Dragon's Claw onto the Akali, because why not? And as soon as I'm sure, there goes the Cat ult, that fight's over. And here comes the Cat ult, and that fight is over. And it is enough damage for me to secure first place. And feeling a bit guilty about the BM, I say GG. Smash that subscribe button.